Scentland, the land of scent. Fratelli d'Italia, sede sta. Hello and welcome, Chris, back with another fragrance review. And if you haven't guessed by now, that was the beginning of the Italian anthem. And this jersey is from the Italian Squadra Azzurra, the national football team from the year of 1990, where they hosted the World Cup, the Football World Cup, in Italy actually. Football, I mean soccer for you guys overseas. And what do we know about soccer? What do we know about football? It's 11 players, right, on the pitch. So today I'm going to be the allenatore meaning the coach. I'm going to be the Italian national coach. So I put my top 11 players on the pitch here today. How do I select them? I'm not claiming, first of all, it's my taste, okay, it's my preference. Second, I don't claim that these are the best ever Italian fragrances, okay. Third, you're gonna see that there are many big brands that are not being represented. There's no Gucci in here, there's no Bulgarian here, and there's no Armani in here. I never cover Armani, by the way, because I don't like Giorgio Armani, big enemy of my favorite designer Gianni Versace, the late great genius Gianni Versace. So I never cover, I don't deal with Armani at all. But that's me, like, take it or leave it, really. And so the most important aspect by collecting or putting this team together, this top 11, is that they all represent that Italian lifestyle, the vibe, the mood of the Italians. Like, I've been there many times, I know them, I speak the language, and I know the culture and the music and everything. I was very involved, I'm still involved a lot into Italian things. So I have kind of gathered this team together, trying to show to you what the Italian vibe is all about in regards to fragrances. So player number 11, let's see the Squadra Azzurra, let's see the national team. Player number 11 is the sport fragrance, what else? From the house of Benetton, released in 1999, called Benetton Sport Man, obviously. It looks like it's a deodorant, but it's not. It's there's this glass flacon, and it's very nice. You put it in your sports bag and you carry it away with you to gym or to the football pitch or wherever you're going. It's a casual wear fragrance. It's very nice, fruity, a bit citrusy. Such a bright fragrance. Makes you smile, makes you have a good time. You can never have a bad mood with this fragrance, or if you have, you put it on and you start to smile again. This is the type of fragrance that Benetton Sport is. I totally adore it for that. The performance is not the best, okay, but you're happy to reapply during the day. You're absolutely happy to reapply a million times if needed, because it's just, you put it on and you smile. It's so gorgeous, and so Italian. It's so Italian. It's young in the heart, this fragrance, and very Italian in the heart as well. So Benetton Sport definitely had to make it into the Squadra Azzurra, into the national team. Spot number 11. Spot number 10. It's a small little fragrance here. There you go. You can see this twisted bottle is very interesting. The year is again 1999, and then this bottle, this fragrance is coming from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, who at the time was releasing very nice fragrances. Today it's not that case anymore, I think, sadly, but this has been actually a Fifi winner as well, a fragrance award winner for that year. And this is a very nice fig leaf dominated fragrance. It's very, very lush, very green, fruity, fig leaf fruity, and it's just very uplifting, sunshiny. It's more casual than formal. It has a tremendous performance, and it's very, very unique and very, very Italian. It is like jaw-droppingly good. It's still available, luckily. Price quality ratio is fantastic. So Salvatore Ferragamo Pour Homme, that's the name of the fragrance, before I forget. And non dimenticare, Salvatore Ferragamo Pour Homme 1999 is player number 10 here today. Player number 9 is from the house of Cerruti. And obviously what you will see, I mentioned that there are some big names missing. The other thing I was concentrating on when putting this team together is that have 11 different brands, designer brands represented, okay? So you're not going to see two of this or two of that. It's like in a football team you have, unless their brother is playing, right? There's no brothers here. There's 11 different designers. So with the jersey number 9, ladies and gentlemen, House of Cerruti. And the fragrance is called, if I put my arm up like this, you can see it, Cerruti C, meaning yes, obviously in Italian. And this is just a sunshiny afternoon in Toscana. You spray this on, and actually I spray it on because I really love this juice. Oh. Give it to me, baby, give it to me. Oh. So Italian, so aromatic, a bit ambery as well. Very juicy, very bright, very uplifting again. You know, the Italians, they're not sad people. They're not sad people. If you listen to their anthem, drink their wine, listen to the music, talk to the people, travel the country, you will see that these are very, very fun people, and they always seem to be in good mood, even if times are not good. They are always full with energy, full with passion for life. This is how this fragrance is working as well. It's C, meaning to me this is a C. Yes, I want to live. I want to, enjoy life. Cerruti C definitely brings me that vibe. So it had to make the top 11 on spot number 9, that is, and it deserves it. Sunshiny day, afternoon in Toscana. It's really, I just think it's spot on Cerruti C. Spot number 8, ladies and gentlemen, is a fragrance that strongly reminds me of New York. I wonder why that is. I took it over recently to New York, and I had this on continuously, and so this is why it reminds me. There's lots of Italians in New York, right? We're talking about the house of Krizia. Krizia, special Italian designer house. The fragrance came out in 1984, and it's called Krizia Uomo. Uomo means man in Italian, yes? And this is a very nice aromatic pine-based stuff that is has a very good performance. It's very green. It's quite lush as well, and it really performs very good in urban settings, like I used it in New York, and as well, in business, for casual, and it's definitely has this. It's a bit more mature. This fragrance definitely has the age as well. 84 was a different type of era for fragrances, but it really has something Italian going for it. This green, piney, slightly maybe there's some juniper berries in there. Not exactly sure, but it's a very dense fragrance. It's quite classy as well. Yeah, I wouldn't say that it's dated. Even today, it can be still worn. It's justified. It's not the typical 80s powerhouse fragrance that you looking at here with Krizia Uomo. So it had to make my top 11 on spot number 8. That was, if I'm not mistaken. Spot number 7, ladies and gentlemen, another Italian designer brand from the 80s. Actually, this fragrance is coming from the 80s by the house of Fendi, and it's called Fendi Uomo again. You have the Uomo again, right? Fendi Uomo. Look at this bottle, ladies and gentlemen. This is so 80s. By the way, this bottle of Krizia, this has been, a little bit adjusted to the modern age, right? It was a different bottle, a little bit different bottle in the 80s, but this one is close to the original as well. The one that was in the 80s had this glass thing going upward like this, like it was not horizontal but vertical. But the juice never changed. Look at this, this resembles marble here. So this thing really sits here, came out in 1988, and this is I call this fragrance the Italian lover, like really, you know, the 80s romantic, you know, black hair, you know, totally masculine Italian lover. That's what I'm getting with this fragrance. This is the vibe. It's so spicy. It reminds me actually of a hotel lobby in the 80s. Italian hotel lobby in the 80s, but it's very Italian. It's very strong as well. This can be overpowering. There's no pine in here. It's much more leather fragrance here. But a typical Italian leather fragrance. It's just fantastic. I really, really love this juice. I use it since '92, so I have some experience with it. The House of Fendi is or was at the time especially, bringing out really, really nice juices to the market. So Fendi had to make my top 11 on spot number 7. That was spot number 6, ladies and gentlemen. Let's switch to another house, to the north of Italy, coming from Milano, or Milan, from the house of Trussardi. That's a nice player. And this is a modern release, believe it or not. 2005, I think, was the year when Trussardi Inside came out. And there's great Trussardi fragrances. The original Trussardi Uomo, then Trussardi Action, Trussardi Fresh, all great, all fantastic. I chose Inside because it has the feeling of you know, the Italians love their coffee. They love their coffee. They really love their coffee, if I haven't mentioned yet. And the coffee in the morning is totally represented by this fragrance somehow. And the espresso, or the macchiato that, you know, you drink, or even the cappuccino, if you will, that they have in the morning, is somehow being represented in this juice. There is this very special coffee vibe paired up with some nice tobacco and some nice citrusy, or maybe bergamot aspects. It really gives you very laid back and very elegant feeling, Trussardi Inside. And this is why, for me, in this lineup, it's representing Italy stronger than any other Trussardi fragrance, because it just gives you this special Italian morning. La prima collezione. La prima collezione is the breakfast, right? It's the breakfast smell. Fantastic. Trussardi Inside. That was spot number 6. Now, spot number 5 is next. The House of Valentino. 1999 is the year again, I think, or 98 maybe. Again, a tobacco fragrance. Very nice tobacco. It's so smooth. It's so elegant. But that's the evening tobacco here. That's for evening wear and romantic wear. Nice dinner, theater, La Scala. Like, you know, maybe a restaurant. Definitely, this can be formal as well. For this you dress up. This is just, and it's so sophisticated, so smooth. It's like a second skin, this fragrance. It's one of those fragrances that you wear and it doesn't shout, I'm a fragrance. It just tells people politely that, you know, I'm quality here. Fantastic quality juice from Valentino. Very Valentino is the name, if I haven't mentioned by now. And it's a tremendously well done, well blended tobacco fragrance. That was spot number 5. Spot number 4, we turn to the house of the late great Gianni Versace. Versace has released this fragrance in 1991, and it's called Versus. There's the signature of the late great Gianni Versace. Versus Uomo. And I have to hide behind this because it's a huge bottle, 100 ml. Look at the design in the back as well. It's fantastic. I mean, it's really, really nice. And this is the bad boy, the bad Italian boy. You know, this is the striker here. You know, he's responsible for scoring the goals, right? He's such a bad boy. He really kicks ass. He's a leather jacket. I don't care who you are, you know, type of what you say, type of guy, fragrance. Really, really nice lavender, and pine, and flowers, and it's just incredible. The sexiest fragrance as well. This is the typical Italian sexy bad guy stuff, you know, that we all want to be. We are not, but this, maybe if you use this, you can achieve some of those aspects. But versus Uomo, that was spot number 4. Spot number 3, the house of the late great Gianfranco Ferré. That's the last fragrance he brought out while he was alive, I think. Ferré, for men, not man, but men, plural. 2006, and this is a very romantic, very elegant, rosy, oak mossy, slightly powdery fragrance that again is very smooth, just like Valentino, very Valentino there. Very smooth, very elegant, extremely well blended, to the point where it has great depth with the rose and the oak moss, and the powderiness just make it really romantic. Again, more the office type or even romantic evening type of fragrance. It had to make the top 3 here, spot number 3, because it's just amazing. I really, really adore this fragrance. It's one of my favorite fragrances. It's so underrated, and the performance, ladies and gentlemen, is terrific. Like the dry down, this oak moss at the dry down is just one of the best oak mosses ever. Not this punchy oak moss, this lingering oak moss. It's just so satisfying. It's an extremely satisfying juice. Ferré for Men, from the year of 2006. On spot number 2, ladies and gentlemen, a less well-known house. I covered this one before. It was released. The fragrance was released in 1985. It's a bit of a difference there. 1985, ladies and gentlemen, by the house of Sergio Soldano, and it's the brother, the big brother of Krizia Uomo. Even though it was released later than Krizia, maybe Krizia is the big brother of this one. Anyway, this is doing better because it delivers the piney, green, leathery aspect in a truly unique Italian way. I've never smelled a fragrance except for one, number 1 here obviously, that is more Italian than this juice. Performance is stunning, lasts you throughout the day easy. It's an eau de toilette. The price is nothing. You can buy this for $15 or not even. It's just like, look at this bottle. It's like the dashboard of the old Italian car, as a Fiat Croma, right? Now that's a gearbox here. I change the gears, so it's very tacky and all that. It's like this type of stuff, but the fragrance is just world class, and amazingly Italian. Sergio Soldano for Men. They also call it Sergio Soldano Black. Spot number 2, and spot number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Let's open the curtains for Luciano Pavarotti. This is the fragrance that covers for me Italy the most. The Italian lifestyle, the Italian feeling. My wife says this smells like smoked prosciutto. Luciano Pavarotti does smell a little bit like smoked prosciutto, but then again, the Italians live and die for their Italian cuisine, for the cooking. La cucina della mamma, and this represents it fully. It's a very nice, flowery, aromatic masterpiece that is so gentle, so genuine, and so well performing, so polite, yet the presence is always there, that it had to make my spot number 1. Luciano Pavarotti for Men, released in 1994, is just, for me, the absolute best Italian fragrance for it being really Italian. So really, it's jaw-dropping. The quality of this juice is jaw-dropping, especially if you look at the pricing. It's not that easily available anymore. I've stocked up a few bottles of this one, but it's just amazing, really. This is smoked prosciutto in an Italian restaurant where you have smell a little bit of wine, smell a little bit of coffee, smell a little bit of the newspaper stuff. Maybe the fragrance of the waiter or the waitress. You get the Italian vibe. Outside the sunshine is coming in, so spotless feeling. Luciano Pavarotti for men on spot number 1. So that was my little Squadra Azzurra here with all my players around here. Come on, guys, come on. Right, there you go. There, you're shining in here as well. There you go. Yes. So we will tackle the other team. Who we are playing against today? The Germans, the French. Oh, don't give up. We've just started. So this is my Squadra Azzurra, the national team of Italian fragrances. Sorry for the review. It's been a bit long, but you just gotta do this. You gotta know your Italian stuff, right? That's the Italian job, right? Allora amici, ci vediamo più dopo. Io adesso vado a mangiare, penso, e un pochino di vino anche. Ciao, ci vediamo ragazzi, ciao.